There is more pain that is yet to come with Bitcoin in the crypto market. And more importantly, we need to talk about how you can navigate that to actually increase the size of your bag. I'm very, very bullish on this cycle, but I do think there's a couple really big things that are going to be in the news within the next month that's actually going to hurt crypto and Bitcoin. So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can navigate these big news events and actually increase the size of your position. But before we get started, welcome back to the channel. My name's Doc. Throughout the day, I'm a resident physician, and at night and now the early morning on Friday, I take you guys on my crypto and investing journey. It's Friday morning, super early. I'm about to head to work, but I wanted to put this video out there because I really think this is super important. We're just going to get started because I respect your guys' time. And by the way, this video, the goal of this, I legitimately think within the next 10 minutes, I can save you tens of thousands of dollars within the next month. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I don't have a crypto ball or a crystal ball. I wish I had a crypto ball. I don't have a crystal ball, but what I can tell you is the past couple weeks, I've actually navigated this downturn super well. I took a ton of money off the table before the downturn, and I kind of want to share my thought process and thesis of what this next month looks like and how you guys can navigate it. So right now we're at $84,000, right? Within the past couple of days with the FOMC meeting, we got all the way up to roughly 87, 88, right? There was some dovish tones in the Fed. And I'm going to talk about like why it actually wasn't that dovish in just a second. So stay towards the end of the video because I am going to tell you exactly how to navigate this. And here's a little bit of a preview on that. So there's some dovish tones. Market went up. We've since retraced back to $84,000. Crypto Angler, he's a great guy. Like, I actually really like his takes. If you don't follow him, consider following him. He posted a video just a couple hours ago that said, we are not recovering within the next 4 months, right? And he talks about different theses as to what's going on, right? Specifically, he mentions that like we've had a lot of really good news events, except we're only in the 84,000s, right? We've pulled all the way back from 109. Here's an example. The SEC, it finally just withdrew its case against Ripple and XRP. That's a huge event, right? The SEC has been going after Ripple for years, right? There should have been a little bit more of a rally there, okay? The president of the United States, he has announced rather a Bitcoin strategic reserve and this crypto stockpile. Just yesterday, he had a news conference about how stable coins are going to be really important, except the market isn't moving as much. I want to play this clip for you. It's just a 10-second clip. Let's listen to it, and then we'll go from there.
These vicious circles that we've got ourselves in. But I do think the chance of recession is higher than most people believe. I actually think it's higher than 50% coming in the next few quarters.
Wow. He is saying that he thinks there is an above a 50% chance that we have a recession in the US within the next few quarters. And this guy, he's like one of the head honchos of Double Line Capital. He is a very well respected hedge fund manager in the space. So like he's saying there's thoughts of a recession. And guys, within just 2 weeks, the retaliatory tariffs with Donald Trump are going to go into effect, right? April 2nd is when these tariffs go into effect. Now, granted, it's March 21st, right? So we have roughly 10 days. There is a possibility that Trump negotiates these, right? Or they get pushed back, delayed, right? And we've seen that before, right? The initial tariffs with Mexico and Canada, they were put off for a month, right? So that could happen here, but as of now, we haven't heard that, right? And a lot of people originally thought that, the tariffs are just a negotiating tactic. This really won't happen. Well, guess what? Trump is very serious about these tariffs. They are in effect with Mexico and Canada. So we have retaliatory tariffs going in effect in less than 2 weeks. And this is also going to include China, the EU, right? Anybody who has a tariff against us, we are in essence going to match that, which is really big, right? We look here on the weekly bubbles, it's red. There's a lot of red. This is on the weekly chart. Now, obviously the day chart, you got some big winners, but if you go to this is the week, we have some big winners, but this is the monthly chart, and crypto's down within the last month. And again, guys, we're going to talk about this in a sec, so stay towards the end of the video. We're going to talk about like how you capitalize on this. Also, if you're getting any value out of this, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below where you think the market is going from here. So another big thing, okay, I'm building a thesis here. April 2nd, this could be a fearful event in the market. Well, we also have the GDP numbers for Q1. They're going to come out shortly. And guess what? The Atlanta Fed is still projecting a negative 2.1% GDP for Q1 of this year. Now, there is some discrepancy, right? The New York Fed, they're actually saying like, hey, we actually think this is going to be a plus 269 number. So here's the big take home on this. It doesn't matter if it's negative 2.69, or excuse me, negative 2.1 or negative 1. If we get any negative GDP for Q1, the market is going to react in such a negative way. And here's why. I'm going to put myself full screen on this because I think it's that important. Here's why it's important if we get any negative number for GDP for Q1. The classical definition of a recession is negative GDP in 2 consecutive quarters. Well, guess what? If we get negative GDP in this first quarter, we're halfway there, right? And sentiment can change really fast, right? Once these fears of a recession start to materialize, things move fast. GDP projections moving forward then get reduced. It really is just this positive feedback loop, right? And that can be tough for markets, but also it can be a buying opportunity. So we talked about how April 2nd could be this fearful event for the tariffs. Well, guess what? The Bureau of Economic Analysis, they released the GDP for Q1 April 30th, right? So we've got this kind of big looming negative news thing on April 2nd, but then we also have like this negative looming thing potentially on April 30th, right? Now, obviously there's 2 sides to every coin. If we get out of this and GDP is positive, that could be positive for the markets. But guess what, guys? In May, this is when the next FOMC meeting is. Polymarkets is saying that there's an 84% chance that we don't get any rate cuts, right? They stay exactly where they are. So there's no FOMC meeting in April, but there is one in May. So, okay, we get through April. We're just talking about these 2 events, April 2nd, April 30th. Then comes the FOMC meeting in May. And guess what? There's an 84% chance that we don't get a cut in May. So that could also cause sentiment to be poor within the overall markets. The other thing is, folks are saying there is a 34% chance of a recession in 2025, right? So this was all the way up to 44% at one chance. And this is Polymarkets, right? This is just average people putting money where they think the market is. 34% seems, I don't know, maybe middle of the road. You guys comment down below. What percent do you think there's a recession in 2025? This hedge fund manager right here, he thinks it's over 50, right? The general populace thinks it's like about a third. You guys tell me what you think. The other thing is there is some bullish catalyst, right? We said on Wednesday at the FOMC meeting, Fed Chair Powell said, hey, we are slowing QT. Instead of reducing our balance sheet from $25 billion a month, we're going to stop at 5. And if you guys don't remember, in the summer of 2024, we were selling the Fed balance sheet from $60 billion a month down to 25. Now we're at $5 billion a month. So $5 billion a month in the grand scheme of things is actually tiny. It really is that small. The amount that we pay on our interest every day, I think, is like $250 million. So this is a drop in the bucket. But a good thing with this could be, maybe this is us eventually going to get to QE, quantitative easing. That's where the Fed is actually increasing their balance sheet, right? They're buying mortgage-backed securities and different treasury bonds. I don't think we're getting close to that yet, but this could be us eventually working towards it. Now, if you guys want to trade this market, there's a lot of ups and downs. This is a good trading environment. I'm going to have my BTCC link down below. You get a 10% bonus on first-time deposits. No KYC, no VPN. And what that really means is you don't have to give these guys any of your personal information. They've been around for over 13 years. Plus, if you use my link down below, you can get lower trading fees. They are a partner of the channel. So if you use my link, it helps me out. All right. Also, we have my Discord. This is completely free. And guys, stay towards the end of the video. I'm going to tell you how to navigate this. Completely free Discord. We have absolutely nothing to sell you. And guys, I've been dropping some pretty big alpha. And it's not just me in here. We have an awesome community. If you're trying to navigate crypto with an awesome, like-minded set of people, join the Discord. Link is going to be down below. Also, my website down below, InvestWithDoc. I'm not going to promote this too much. If you want to get a hold with me, InvestWithDoc.com. Okay. The big take home is this. I see people on Twitter. If you made it this far, like, I'm going to give you my opinion on how you guys can navigate it. I see everywhere on Twitter, Reddit, even other people's Discords. I see it in YouTube comments and other videos. I'll talk about a project that I like, and people are like, Doc, the price keeps going down. Yes, that is the time you should be buying more. People love buying not just crypto, but stocks when price is really high. And that is completely backwards. Like, I hate to say it, this is why the majority of people are going to lose in crypto, is because when price gets really high, they're like, oh my gosh, I should start buying this project. No, you missed the boat. You should have been buying when fear was at its peak, when price was really low. And it really is that simple, except people, it's not easy, but it's simple. Guys, when the market is down, these are buying opportunities, right? None of us have a crystal ball. None of us know when it's going to stop. But if you believe that the Bitcoin all-time high is not in yet for the cycle, and that is the opinion that I hold, this is the time to buy discounts on alts. Now, if you think the high is already in for Bitcoin, don't buy these projects, right? I'm assuming you're operating under the impression that the Bitcoin high is yet to come, right? Could that be in Q4 when traditionally, according to the 4-year cycle, that's when Bitcoin tops? Potentially, right? But if you're under the belief that Bitcoin's going to get back above $100,000, this is the time to buy, right? This really is the time to buy. So you really buy when others are fearful. Stop buying the top, right? It is like, I hate to be so, I don't mean to be like negative, but I am baffled. Like, I post on Reddit a lot too. Sometimes I, post my videos there. For example, I posted my AVAX video, and some people are like, the price keeps falling. Like, why would I want to buy? The price keeps buying. Yes, stupid. That is the time to buy, right? So I don't want to go on a rant too much, but like, guys, I am going to continue posting projects that I really like because prices are so suppressed right now, right? Like, for example, I love AVAX. You guys know I love AVAX. It's under $20 right now. Yeah, I'm going to be buying more. I still have a big bag of stables. I'm slowly deploying that into big chunky projects that I really like. But like, I am buying discounts, right? Because I believe the all-time high is not in. Now, I'm also diversifying in big ways. And if you want to know exactly how I'm doing that, the Discord link is down below. But like, there is a lot of frothy ways to make money in this market right now, whether it's crypto or stocks. And there's a lot of really, really good hedges that you can make in stocks right now. I'm not going to go into details. Get in the Discord. It's completely free. We have nothing to sell you at all. If you did get any value out of this, consider hitting the like button. Subscribe. It's totally free. Helps me out. Turn on notifications so YouTube can push you more content like this. And I'll see you guys on my next video.